Hello, welcome back to the Spider's Web. Yes, we're going to be picking another character, so I'm going to turn these upside down. I'm going to give them a bit of a shuffle. Not a very good shuffle, but I'm going to give them a shuffle. Mix them up a touch and pick out one at random, which will be that one. And this one that we're going to be painting is the Inquisitor. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to have something different than all khaki and cream this time. We're going to be going for cream, red, gold, that kind of thing. So let's find the figure. Found it in, and we'll get our paint sorted out, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, well, I think I've got everything I need. I think. So, first of all, I'm going to use Tallarn Sand for the hood and the cape. Get an initial coverage, see how it looks. Trying to see the sand there. That's the hood done. I might need another coat on the hood and the cape, but we'll soon find out. This colour does not cover terribly well, but that might be a good thing actually. You're better off putting two thin coats on of something than one thick coat, because if you put a thick coat on, you are going to be obscuring detail. That's why most people, when they're doing models, water the paint down first of all. To be honest, I don't. It's not because I know better, it's just because I'm a lazy sod and I can't be bothered with all that. I just want to get it painted. So that's the hood done. I'm just going to go over once more the hood because it does look incredibly patchy. There we are. That's that done. So I'm going to put this away so there's no accidents, because I don't want any paint spilling out. Next, I'm going to go over on the parts that are going to be red, and if you remember from when I did Mechanicus Engine Seer, I went over with Mechrite Red first of all to cover up the black. Mechrite Red is, if you're new to this, Mechrite Red was in the range of foundation paints of Games Workshop. It was done basically to be the base coat. It was supposed to be able to cover up the undercoat and primer much easier than other colours. I'm going to have to change brushes again in a bit because there's areas that I'm not able to get into with this brush. I'm not going to even attempt that with this. I'll get my smaller brush for that. have to do is take it off this tub because I can't really get into a lot of these areas. That's most of it done. I'm going to have to change brush to finish it off. I've missed a bit there on the shoulder. And a bit there. Judging by the picture, that's red as well. Okay, next thing is our... In fact, no, I won't do that yet. I will do Kislev Flesh. Use this for his skin tone. If anybody has any hints on how to get a fine point back onto a brush, I will be interested to hear some, because I've tried different things. Not with this particular brush, but I've tried things in the past with other brushes. I think this fella's going to have black hair, just for a change, and I've just gone over a bit of his hair, so I'm going to just go back over that part and there. I'll be going over again with greys to highlight it, but it needs doing. Okay, next I'm going with the tin bits and get all the metal stuff covered before I go over it all in the Agrax Earthshade, because we do like that colour. So, Inquisition emblem, and get done first. Now with this coming out now, I'm quite surprised that they've decided to choose an ultramarine for the Space Marine chapter, when it may have been a nice tie-in to 6th edition 40k to have a Dark Angel. Almost done. It's just the skull and the wreath now. That's that done, and I'll just pop over those studs with this as well. And this pipe thingy at the back can also be done. There we are. I'll just go over the base with the Mechrite Red. I'll just put them on this thing. I'm going to take it off again while I paint. There we are. I think that's that done. All that needs to happen now is going over with the Agrax Earthshade. But before that, I'm just going to tidy up the edges of the hair because it's not looking too good at the moment. There we are. Okay, let's put this back on its tub. There we are. So we'll let that dry and then we'll come back and do the highlighting. See you shortly. Hello, welcome back. We're here at the point where we can finish off and start doing some highlighting. So, where do we begin? Well, let's start off with his hood and his cape, and what I'm going to be doing is using Tallarn Sand, a decent amount of that. Oh, I did decide he's going to do monkey impressions, and Old Faithful Screaming Skull. Here we are, that's done. Okay. And in case you're wondering how I say, I always try and do it so that it's so they get that feathered edge there rather than just a line, but you've got a recess there all the way around the hood, so that is what I'm trying to avoid, getting paint inside. Okay, next his cape. And that is it for, oops, not parts, but I want to do some extreme highlighting on his cape. So I'll get some more of the Screaming Skull and add that in. And I'm going to rinse this brush out and change over to a finer brush so that I can do the lines that I want to do, which is this one. And we just want a fine line on the actual top edge of the crease. We don't want it going so it's like inside any of the recesses, because that's already been done by the slightly darker highlights that we just did. Along that edge. we can do the top of his head. We want to make that slightly lighter than the rest of his hood, because that's going to be more light if it's coming directly from above. There we are. That's that done. Okay, next we will do the red areas, and I'm going to stick with this brush because it's going to be a little easier for me, because there's a few fiddly parts in this and I don't want to use the bigger brush and get it all over the cream that I've just put on. Okay, so alright, and once I've done this I'm going to extreme highlight it with blood red. Bit on the arm there, and the same on this side, a bit on the arm, and that is it for the Scab Red. Next we're going to be using the Shining Gold, which we'll be going over a couple of different parts. The first one is the eye logo here, the Inquisition logo. And I'm just going to run it over the raised areas, and just on the logo itself. I'm not doing it on this part down here because that part is going to be Boltgun Metal. So I'm just going to do the eye logo. When I say I, the letter I for Inquisition. There we go, that's done. Now I'm going to do the thing here that's just slightly, and next the shield here. Just run it down. I don't want to pick out any detail, I just want to cover or colour parts of the shielding, because I'm going over again with Burnished Gold, and I'll do the same with this as well, but I want more of this gold on the actual thing here. So there we go. I'll add a touch more gold to that because it doesn't quite look right. That's it. And now I will go over these rivets or whatever they may be, and the same on the other side. I'm going to have to take it off there and hold it for a second. And there. Can't see any on the back. I'll just make sure the eye is done properly. Next, his face, his hair, his little eye targeting system, whatever it may be. That will get done in Boltgun Metal. Like so. This bit as well in the Boltgun Metal. and this along the bottom can be done as well in Boltgun Metal. And I can now get the Kislev Flesh out and go over a few areas of his face, which will be his forehead, what little you can see of it, definitely his nose, a little bit of musculature there, his chin, I'm going to use another colour again for his lips. I wonder if this Dwarf Flesh that I had him standing on, I wonder if that will do the trick for it. Like I said, it doesn't look a happy puppy. I don't know what's upset him, but it does not look happy. Right, so that's that bit done, and now I get the Abaddon Black. I'm not mixing this with grey or white, I'm just getting a little bit on the palette. I'm going to pop a touch of the old favourite Screaming Skull in there with it and mix it up, and that will be his hair. I'm only doing this because it brings out the colour of his hair, brings out the texture of the hair as well, rather than just having a flat colour. There we go. Next we've got Burnished Gold, and this is just going over very small amounts of where the gold is. So this can move away, and we're going over first of all the eye on the shield. Just to make it stand out. It's also going on the raised areas of this eye, and it can go on the skull as well. I'm not using this as much on here, but there we are. The red part inside is ocular implant lens. I'm just going to go straight in with blood red. It's too small to start faffing about with, so it's just going to get a bit of a dab with blood red, just so. There you go. There's the Inquisitor over and done. And we will pick our new subject for our cards. Let's have a bit of a shuffle, randomise slightly, and the top card of the deck is not the one we're going for. We'll go for one part way down, which will get that one. Put those to one side. What's our new subject matter? It's going to be the Psyker. And again, we're sticking with the creams and the greens. but hey, we'll get them done, So that's the next one to come. He will be done when I see you next. So until then, take care, God bless, bye for now.